Good morning. I want to talk today, when is the Lord coming back? When's it going to happen? And that's the big thing. You meet these guys, as believers, even believers say, oh, we've worked it out when the Lord's coming back. Uh, yeah, the biggest crew of all who are not even Christians is the Jehovah Witnesses, or I like to call them Russellites. But they predicted that the Lord's going to has come back already and all this, etc., etc., etc. And that's a load of nonsense. You need to remember these scriptures, and it's in uh, Matthew 36, right? And we'll start there. Uh, it's, it says here, now concerning the day and the hour, no one knows, neither the angels are in heaven nor the Son. Now, what's he talking about here? Except the Father only. Now, he's referring back here to more or less like a Jewish wedding. And they'll understand this, they would understand this very much. As that in a Jewish wedding, more or less, never the house is completed where the bride and groom is going to stay in. It's the father, the bridegroom's father says, you get married now. He fixes the date, more or less. And that's the tradition of the real Jewish wedding. In other words, it's the father of the bridegroom. The bridegroom decides the date. And that's more or less, no one on this planet, no one can predict when Jesus is coming back. Now he's coming back. That's guaranteed. He's coming back. And it actually says there, and I guess whenever he was descending up into heaven, he says, two men was in great an apparel, saying, why stand you gazing up into heaven? The same Jesus is returning. So Jesus is returning. Even in Revelation, he says, behold, I come quickly, three times. So we try to probe this and try to work it out when he's coming back. Well, we don't know. It says here, now concerning verse 36 again of Matthew 24, now concerning the day and the hour, no one knows, neither the angels in heaven nor not even the Son, except the Father only. So it's only the Father's going to dictate the time that he's coming back. And it goes on here a bit more, and it's really, really, really good for us to be alert. It says, for in those days before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving into marriage until the day Noah boarded the ark. And they didn't know until the flood came and swept them all away. Can you imagine the people there? What's this stuff coming down? It's water, rain. And all of a sudden, underneath the ground broke up and floods came up. And terrifying knowledge, the day of judgment had arrived for them people. And it says they didn't know until the flood came and swept them all away. So this will be the way the coming of the Son of Man will be. Nobody knows. And I cast my mind back to one time London and myself were away, and we came back, and I went into the house, and oh my goodness, actually there's something funny here. And I noticed the back door broken right down, and I noticed all the security lights pulled down, and we had been broken into. You know, it was really a shock, and it caught us unawares. Now, I keep telling, and I keep thinking of this picture. I keep reminding myself each day I'm waking up, the Lord could come back today. Live your life like that. Live your life like that. The Lord could come back any time and call us home. Now, and we don't know the time it's going to happen. Even in Acts chapter 1 and verse 7, this is when he was talking to him before he ascended up into heaven. He says, and he said to him, it is not for you to know the times or the period the Father has set by his own authority. So that's interesting to note, isn't it? So the time is set and we don't know it. Jesus doesn't know it. Nobody knows it but the Father. Say like a Jewish wedding, the bridegroom, the bridegroom's father always decides when to get married. So look, it says here, they didn't know until the flood came and swept them all away. So this is what the coming of the Son of Man will be. Two men will be in a field, one will be taken and one left. Two women will be grinding the mill, one will be taken and one left. Therefore, be alert. Get yourself on the starting blocks. Never a boy's, I said before, never a boy's going to run a race He gets into the blocks, and the only one thing that the runner, is waiting on is the sound of that gun they set off. He's just concentrating totally on that. We always need to concentrate that the Lord could be back every day. Set your clock every day, and if you wake it up, say, God could be back today. And that's the way to live, believe it or not. Therefore, be alert, since you don't know that day the Lord is coming. But know this, if the homeowner has known the time the thief was coming, he'll have stayed alert and not let his house be broken into. I can say amen to that. This is why you also must be ready, because the Son of Man is coming and the hour you do not expect. So I'm telling you, as believers, we've got to be sharp all the time, starting blocks only, waiting for the sound of the pistol. When to run, be ready all the time. Live your life like that, and you'll find it's much easier to manage each day. The Lord is on top of everything. He comes at the priority, and He's coming back someday. And be alert. That's there's another saying I was told one time. If the Lord comes back, it's just be caught up. Don't be caught on. No, it's being in the wrong place, not thinking of things. So may the Lord bless you today. Please be alert. Be alert all the time. Bye.